Payday Super, quite simply, it's a legislation change and a rule change for superannuations to make super payments on the same day as your payroll payments, to remove fraud in the market, remove bad actors who are not paying super, and unfortunately in Australia there are billions of dollars lost that really impact people's future. So tidying it together makes a lot of sense, but it will bring complexity to both payroll and employers. Trent Lund is my name. I'm the CEO for Wrkr. In partnership with Zalaris, with SAP in particular, Wrkr is a provider of superannuation clearinghouse services, so the processing of payments, and superstream services, so the movement of all of the messages to and from the ATO and the super funds themselves. Our key role is ensuring that some of Australia's largest players and smallest are ready for Payday Super. Clients like Australian Super, Rest Super, and obviously working with some of the premier payrolls such as SAP. There's a lot of discussion around bringing in NPP payments. What's important for everyone to understand is NPP, as one of the payment methods, is mandatory for super funds to be able to receive an NPP payment. It's not mandatory for employers to make an NPP payment. You can use any payment method that you are accustomed to and actually that fits your financial processes internally. Some of those examples are, if you're federal government, you'll still be able to use TNAs, you'll be able to use bank guarantees if you're an offshore company, and also direct debit and direct credit are still available to any user. What's important is the 7-day payment process. So if you feel your method will get you paid in 7 days, then you should stay with the method you're comfortable with. But NPP will become important for returns and fixing up errors at the last minute. Wrkr has been working with Zalaris, particularly around SAP customers, to do a couple of things. One, we're conscious of the hidden risk around security. We're transacting and moving very, very rich PII data around tax file numbers, employment ID, information that could actually show someone's identity. So ensuring that we have highest level security that meets the ATO standards is one. The second thing that we're doing is working very closely around tight integration to remove errors out of the system. If you can remove errors out of the system, then the 7 days will actually be quite achievable. With errors, the time challenge compounds. With the bringing on of Payday Super, payments will be the same as whatever your wages are today. So at a minimum, monthly, but for most employees, if it's in their award to be paid fortnightly or weekly, the super must be paid at that pay event. So for some, it'll be up to 52 times a year. 52 times a year with 7 days to get the payment means you'll roll from payment straight into the next payment into the next. So errors, you really have a limited amount of time to fix them and refix them again and again. So Wrkr has collaborated with Zalaris around a tighter integration to SAP, where we use our system knowledge to identify those errors, inform the employer and remove the errors automatically, and then pass the corrected data back into SAP so that we don't see those errors again and again, so streamlining the process. So it's worth adding on, when we think about the work that Zalaris and Wrkr have done, the integration is not just a simple integration of passing a file for payment of super. It starts actually at the ability to put on a new employee, ensure that that employee's tax file is correctly verified, ensuring that that employee's super fund is chosen correctly. So that means meeting the stapling requirements, or choice or default super requirements, and then processing and cleaning that data to ensure that we'll never see an error on that employee as they process through the system, or as we engage and make payments on the employer's behalf to the super fund or self-managed super.